Looks is what attracts, but personality is what keeps someone.
Let's click the button and record. She's all like, is everything good?
Because, okay. I get nervous whenever I start a video in front of people because I feel like they'll be like, anyways. I can't start this video.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Dipsey, and it's your girl Didi, and we're coming to you with a video of.
Hey, y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's Didi. As y'all can tell by the title, this is not a vlog. This is another one of my sit-downs, and I'm pretty sure y'all can see this is somebody different that you've never seen on my channel before. I'm gonna let him introduce yourself before I tell y'all what the video is about.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Dipsey. I run my own channel just talking about different social interactions on YouTube. Link is going to be in the description down below. Without further ado, we're coming to you guys with a nice, important video today called
We're coming at you guys with how to shoot your shot as a girl from a guy's perspective. Because I know Valentine's Day is coming around the corner. Some of y'all are still single, so we're trying to give you the tips so you can be booed up on the 14th. So, okay, what's your first tip you think if I was trying to shoot my shot at a guy?
First thing I want to be very clear is that from my personal experience and through my analysis, I've found that ladies tend to have no game. Now ladies, what do I mean by this? See, we're guys, we tend to be the approachers, so y'all haven't really took time to develop your skills on how to approach dudes. Not saying some of y'all haven't, but the majority of you guys aren't really sure how to approach dudes. So one thing is that is a key, I would say, is just don't have a fear of rejection. See, y'all tend to have more options than us, so you gotta keep that in mind. When you approach one of us, you gotta have a mindset of, even if we reject you, it's on to the next one. Because if you just worried about one dude and you get rejected, it's gonna fuck you up. So just have that abundance mindset. Don't really give a fuck. So just don't get butthurt. That's number one.
If I was to like walk up to you, what would you want me to say? Because y'all be trying to spit game.
So there's a different types of reason you could be walking up to me. To get my number, you just want to be friends, you want to fuck. There's different types of options, but regardless of whichever one it is, you have to be as direct as possible. Because I'm a dude, like I got my own time I'm running on. So if you come up to me and I don't know what your intentions are, you just wasted my time. So that's the number one thing. You just want to be very direct with whatever it is you want. So if you would approach me, for example, and you wanted my number, I would just say my advice would be get to the point as quick as possible. Introduce yourself and then ask for my number, because then immediately I know why you came up to me. But if you just having small talk with me and talking about all this bullshit,
what if we just want to like have small talk first to see if we actually want your number?
No, that's a great point you brought up. So that's actually beneficial for y'all, because obviously you want to feel someone out before you get the number. But you got to think about it from our perspective. If you're coming up to me with this small talk, that's just more time I'm wondering why you're here. So now I'm kind of getting turned off by the small talk. It's like, okay, what does she really want out of me type thing? Because, you know, people have different intentions. So my thing is, if you want to have that small talk, you got to at least make it clear through your flirting of like what you're there for, if that makes sense, I would say. You know, because we don't got time to waste like that. I'm just saying, so.
What about sliding into DMs? How should I slide into a DM? I feel like, I feel like I shouldn't have to slide into DM. If I like your pictures multiple times, that's just enough, and then you should take the hint and be like, yo, shorty's kind of feeling me, I guess.
Right. So you talking about the game where you like force someone's pics and they're supposed to get there?
4, that's stalkerish. Like in
really?
2 or 3.
Yeah, people be violating, but see, I actually made a video titled "Why Dudes Should Stop Sliding into the DMs," but I actually do believe ladies should slide into DMs, and here's why. Now, like I said, y'all tend to have more options, so when you slide in the DMs, it tends to be more effective. So what I would say is in the DMs, you can actually afford to have small talk more in the DMs than you are in person. Because throughout the DMs, you're not just disrupting someone's life. Like if you approach me in real life, you're actually disrupting what I was about to do. Disrupting. Damn, nigga. But if you approach me through DMs, I'm controlling the pace of how fast I get back to you. I don't gotta sit there like 10 minutes throughout the time I'm with you. You feel me? I'm kind of on the go. I can text you whenever I want. So if y'all really want to feel someone out before you talk to them, I would suggest sliding in their DMs first. Because you want to get a sense of who they are before you have to do all the dirty work sometimes. So I would say sliding through the DMs, you want to start with something like, hey, how's it going? Introduce yourself, but you gotta make it clear why you're in the DMs. If you in the DMs just shooting the shit with me, I don't think I'm gonna respond, to be honest, because it's not that I'm not gonna respond, but eventually I'm gonna ask you, okay, what are you here for? No disrespect, but okay, what are your intentions? You're clearly here for something. You're not just doing this for show, so I'd ask. Sure.
Sometimes we're intimidated, like going back to like approaching y'all in public. I'd be intimidated. If I see a cute guy, I'm not going over there. I'm just gonna blink my eyes, put a smile, hopefully he walks over.
Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, because you gotta think from our perspective, right? If I see a girl looking at me, there's multiple things that could be going on. She could just be looking at an object behind me that I'm not aware of. Number two, she could just be looking because, like this nigga's ugly, or he got on an ugly shirt or something. Like, you never really are sure.
But we're smiling at you.
That's not always the case. And like I said, that smile could be interpreted as something else. Like, see, I had a situation where literally a group of girls approached me. Now guys, I need you to understand this. One of the girls in the group of 6 was interested in me, but they approached me and started all talking to me about like just irrelevant shit. And I immediately asked them, okay, what are you guys here for? And eventually they're like, oh yeah, my friend thought you were cute and came over here. And I was like, oh, that's cool. But like they expected me from there on to do all the work. Like, my thing is, if y'all are interested, you can't always assume the dude is interested. You have to let the dude decide as well. Because if you put yourself in a situation where you're approaching the dude and he isn't interested in you, now it's just kind of awkward. Because do you really want him to just like get your number out of like pity, or do you want him to genuinely be interested in you? So I just feel like that's a little insincere when a guy gets approached by a girl and it's like, okay, I walked up to you, now you gotta ask for my number. Like, it's not always the case. I'm not saying we won't ask for your number, but if the dude doesn't, you kind of have to just take it for how it is. It's not 100% success rate, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
That's nerve-wracking.
You said what?
That's nerve-wracking. How would you say it? They know what I'm talking about.
You gotta think about it from our perspective. It's not easier for us just because we got.
Y'all do it all the time.
We do it all the time, but it's not easy. Like, I don't care how many girls you talk to. If you see a group of like, it depends. Like a group approach, I don't think is ever easy. But talking to a girl one-on-one, you can get used to it because it's just a abundance mindset. Because no dude who is trying to get at a girl like approach in person should have the mindset of, oh, this is my end all be all. Like, you kind of have to expect to get rejected, because if you are expecting to get rejected, then not just expecting it, my fault, I need to rephrase that. You have to keep in mind that you could get rejected. So Kyrie Irving, phenomenal basketball player, he can drop 40 any night. You think when he has an off game and he shoots 1 for 10 and he drops like 2 points that he's just going to the locker room thinking he's trash? No, he's Kyrie Irving. Everybody has bad games, so if I approach 5 girls and 4 of them reject me, I'm walking around like I'm the shit still, because I know at any given moment some shit could pop off of me. So it has to be like that for you guys as well.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, what's another tip on how we should shoot our shots? Because
Another tip.
I feel like I can shoot my shot.
Another thing is you guys want to pick your situations wisely. So if a dude is sitting with all his boys at a table in the cab, for example, let's be honest here. If you're going to make a disruption and like you don't want to put yourself in a situation, like if you were really going to walk into that situation and get a dude's number and he's sitting with a group of 6 dudes, you got to get to the point as quickly as possible because he's with his friends, he's in his own social environment. So if you come by and you're kind of just like timid and not really getting to the point, it just makes a scene out of the situation and it kind of draws it out unnecessarily. Whereas you could just walk by, quick shit, get his number, and keep it pushing. But if you're in a situation where it's just the guy, then you can afford to take things a little slower because you know it's just him. But I would say you want to do the majority of your approaching when the dude does not look like he's busy or he's doing something. Because the less attention he's paying to you, that's most likely not going to go in your favor just because he has other obligations. It's not, when you get rejected, it's not always a thing of, I was just not good enough. A lot of the time it comes down to wrong place, wrong time. Like I know for me personally, there've been girls that I could not get at a certain point in my life because it was just the wrong place, wrong time. I didn't take it personally, but later on, a few months or so, you run into them again, it's the right place, wrong time. Maybe they weren't talking to somebody. So, just being at the right place, right time determines a lot when it comes to this dating shit. It's really got less to do about looks than y'all really think.
Yeah, looks is what attracts, but personality is what keeps someone. I learned that the other day. Yeah. Wait, how many tips did you give? What was the first one?
First one, I think it was be direct as possible.
Be direct. 2.
2, approach in the right environments.
Right environments. 3.
Don't get butthurt.
Don't get butthurt. 4.
Did we have a 4th one?
Yes, you said 4.
Through the DMs, you can feel the person out through the DMs. Yeah.
So let's give him a 5th one. Let's go.
5th one.
Let's give him 5 Valentine's Day tips. What would you say is the right setting to shoot a shot? Like, are you guys more likely to dub us if you're with your boys? Because I feel like when you guys are with your boys, y'all be having this different type of energy. Y'all be thinking that you was just really popping. So for sure, come up to you, you're just like, nah, but then you see you having a party, and then you're like, hey yo, when I said that, I didn't mean that ish.
Really?
Yes. The athletics, especially.
I feel like that goes both ways. Like, it really depends on personal preference. Because if you're with a group of dudes and a girl comes up to you and a group of dudes sees that girl as, let's say an 8 or higher, for example, and you only see her as a 6, you're now going to be more likely to pursue her because her friends are gassing her and making it seem like she's a higher value than what you think. So it could work both ways. Whereas also you could see a girl as an 8, but if your friends think she's a 6 and she approaches you, you're going to be less likely to give her the time of day. Because people fall for peer pressure. But what else?
And validation. I feel like you guys look for validation before you talk to a girl. You have to ask all your friends, was she valid or not? You said
okay, I got it for the last tip. Guys, if you're shooting your shot with a dude and you want the dude to still come up to you, that can be achieved, but what you need to do is give out things that are called choosing signals. Now, a choosing signal is a very indirect way to get someone's attention. But at the same time, it's direct because you make it clear through your signal you want this person to come up to you. So looking at a dude and smiling, that's like a very minor choosing signal, for example. But if a girl were to look at me and just give me a gesture like come here real quick, that's a very obvious choosing signal she's interested in you. Just like if a girl were to look at you and wink or like lick her lips a little bit, or another choosing signal, you approach a girl and she's making eye contact, her body language, she's facing you, she seems like she's interested in hearing what you got to say. Those are all choosing signals to let the dude know this girl wants me, so now he's going to be more likely to ask for your number. But if you want a dude, right, and the dude approaches you and you're giving off bad body language, like you're not facing him, you're not looking at him, naturally the dude is going to think in his head, she not interested, so it's a dub. So you want to make sure you're giving off positive body language, guys. Positive body language.
Positive. And that was our fifth, final tip, unless you have anything else to add.
That's it.
Thank you guys for tuning into my channel again. I hope this is successful and I hope you guys get cuffed. Well, not cuffed. I hope you find a boo for Valentine's Day because ain't nobody want to be alone. And make sure to go check out his channel. I'm going to leave the link in the description box below. Make sure you hit the subscribe and stay blessed. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to this video.